So, with this royal family and their dues, this merry band was killed. Not only just by the nobles, as if y'all had made your way inside, seeing the actual conflict upon both sides, you decided to take action, killing several of this would-be assassin's men.
Rough start.
And
Rough
moving
start.
upstairs,
Good though.
actually attempting to aid this noble family, as they were trying to get rid of this unorthodox enemy.
Hey, James.
However, it has not gone without their attention that you were not invited guests in these premises. Their head guard saw fit to look upon y'all and not immediately smite y'all as enemies, but was not trustful of you enough to leave you at your own ends. So, he decided to put you in a room for later discussions, which he was going to uphold. However, y'all can recognize between the fact that this woman, as far as you have heard between both sides, had fucked this guy over, intended to hire him to steal a relic, and is now seemingly known enough to fuck others over. It's very clear that she might not have been intent on just letting y'all leave with such information. In which doing so, you pull a hasty retreat, returning to your base of operations. Now unbeknownst, and with, unfortunately, the treasure of the relic without your possession. Revenge was sweet against that assassin. But there's still much work to be done. As y'all make y'all's return, I believe this is where we had left off, after a bit of a summarize to the other party members in terms of the results. And without so much as even a whisper from the guards. Now that you are all back under the same roofs, what is it y'all wish to do now?
Well, so I think Ark would go and check on the status of the guards to make sure that nothing ill has befallen them during their little nap.
As y'all had chosen a little bit more of a edging upon the night when you're doing your collective operation, and because I believe between the travel and the events themselves not taking all that long, looking outside, it does appear as the guards are still somewhat asleep. Maybe perhaps one of them half drowsy trying to wake up in the intoxicated stupor.
In the case, Ark will kind of wander back and say, "All right, look, we don't have a lot of time. Quickly, let's all get changed into something more casual. That way they don't wonder why we're still in our adventuring gear."
Of course.
Right. I'm assuming y'all take the time to just unbind all of your armors and mayhaps holster some of the weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Take off the armor, put on some more casual clothing, and put away put away the more noticeable weapons.
Okay. Keeping some of your bare arms still somewhat around. In which case, yes, all of it does seem to come off, and you are, at least for the moment, seemingly undisturbed. It seems that maybe a few hours more yet before any sense of daylight or check-ins may happen, giving you plenty of time to rest and register. It does, however, come to one of your minds. I'm gonna go ahead and say, in this case, Zoran and Hannah, you do refer back to the fact that there is somewhat of a group who are still looking for the results of what the investigation was, recalling back to actually some of the friends that you had made who gathered. Fala and the other groups of the Troll Skull Alley had attempted to assist in providing and giving information to the group. Recalling that mayhaps they would wish to recollect upon what events might have transpired. Now, whether or
I
not this
was
would be
actually
now or
going
later.
to ask how we would go back to the library.
Ooh.
I don't think we'd be allowed to leave our manor still because we're still under house arrest.
That is true. Though it does seem that due to the short amount of time that it took between getting there and back, there hasn't been any guard changes. I could easily say the factor of whether or not y'all wish to go risk it now, or whether or not you wish to wait for a safer time to do so, is up to you and the group entirely.
I'm wondering if there's a way we can send a message to them to perhaps visit us. Would that be on the table?
I could potentially send an owl or something.
Message to whom?
If we quickly prepare a letter.
A quick letter, nothing too detailed, simply that we have information, but that we can't necessarily get to them if one of them could come visit us.
Sorry,
Or
who are
just
you
see if they
talking
would
about?
like to come visit for lunch.
Of course.
Ark's just kind of glancing between Hannah and Zolan and is like, who are these two talking about?
I don't know.
Little. I don't mind taking the risk to visit, but I might be stuck there.
We already made one risk in going there when we did. And
Personally,
we found people there.
if we're going to do this, I would suggest using Zolan's owl. At the very least, he can control that remotely. We've already pushed our luck going out and doing what we've done. I don't want anyone else to be out there and have either gesturing to the window, them start to wake up, which I can see one of them trying, or have others show up for a shift change while you're out, and we can't account for you.
Especially since our means of giving back quickly has been used.
I guess they written letter then, an invite to lunch.
Want to do the honors, Hannah?
I'd say that's the wisest course of action for now.
Of course, I'll write it. And Hannah would probably go ahead and make a little note that can be delivered by the owl, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, with the guards as they are now, no one's gonna notice an owl in the night especially. It seems to be the perfect coverage.
Nice.
What do you say to the owl in terms of it? So what is the particular command to the owl?
Let me look at something real quick. Wild shape, wild companion. It's just find familiar at that point. Trying to look at the specifics. I guess Zolan would just kind of describe the building and some of the individuals that were in the little meeting to deliver this letter to them. Kind of give general directions of where the library is.
Okay, so it has basic knowledge on the location.
And I will be watching through its eyes kind of giving like mental directions until I can't anymore.
What is the range of the watch?
My range is 100 feet.
Okay. The building's a little bit more than 100 feet out.
Yeah, so Zorn will kind of direct as far as he can, and then once he's at the limit, give more general directions.
The thing
Before
that
I
I'm
die.
asking for is, what is the direct command you give to the owl? What do you tell it to do?
That it's bringing this letter to these people and describe those people.
Okay, understood. The owl does do that, immediately perching up towards the window and flying out the moment it seems fit to be let out. Okay. That will take a bit of time. So, what's everyone doing in the meantime?
Hmm.
Not quite sure what Ark would be wanting to do.
Did we have breakfast before going out, or did we just wake up and immediately go?
You woke up towards the brimming, like, towards when it was getting dark, ate a meal, and then set out on the adventure. You had received, it has not even been a long time. It has been but maybe 4 hours at most.
Okay. I guess we're kind of just chilling.
Yeah, okay. So, time skip until, I suppose the owl would return?
Yeah, I'm cool with
I
that.
assume so, yeah.
Okay. The owl seems to return and perch right back upon your shoulder.
So we'll give it a few pets.
It seems to reply to the scritches. I'm assuming, Lindsay, you are still attempting to long rest?
Say what?
Or are you trying to wake up?
She will wake up.
Okay. You wake up, you find yourself in your room.
She's like groggy, but she stumbles around. And she gets her gear on and she goes.
Okay. You going down to the first floor?
Yep.
Alright. You make your way into the first floor. As you being one of the people out, I would say after an hour had passed at this point, you do start to notice that there seems to be movement on at least somewhat of the outer edge of the streets. Most of the guards that you see them are still passed out, asleep, except for one who just kind of like drowsily looking around, seemingly very unaware of his situation. But you do see on the outer edge there's movements along the side of the streets.
Perception on enemy movement.
Roll me a perception check.
Gotta refamiliarize myself with this. Is it 3 or 19? I don't know which one.
Ooh, that would be a 3. You can tell. It is very dark. The light seems to be just on the cusp enough to be outside of your view. There's too many things obscuring it. On top of the drowsiness. You know that there's movement, but you can't tell how far out or how many there might be. Can't even tell what they are, seemingly.
I have an idea. Okay. She's gonna like look around be a bit suspicious of the mans who are just waking up, and it's like clearly something's not right, but she can't exactly pinpoint it, so she's gonna just like briskly walk inside.
Okay. Walking back in, you see everyone just kind of leisuring around. The pumpkin is currently trying to defeat your doll girl in an arm wrestling match with one of its like roots. However, it seems to having no avail as Annabelle's strength seems to once again be reliant upon her.
She'll greet everybody. Hello, hello.
Oh, good morning.
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 Annabelle, can I borrow you for something?
Of course, she immediately slams the root's hand to the table and then proceeds to get up.
Follow me.
Arco
Jeez.
winks and try and hide a snicker.
Lindsay leads him outside and basically just like gonna ask like, hey, you are able to see way better than I can. You don't really sleep anyways. I'm still a bit groggy. Can you just look around and just see if you can, if something's a bit off? Are you able to do that? Alright.
I believe the guards outside are reorganizing, and most of them are actually noticing that most of them here are asleep.
Reorganizing.
Yes, I do believe that there might be something else going on. Guards are seemingly reinforcing and actually looking around in some areas. I don't think it'll take long for them to get to here and recognize the position changes of the guards.
Shit. Okay. Something is here.
I don't know, but something has got the guards in the outer area seemingly disturbed in some kind of way.
Well, it's like they're like high alert, right? Am I getting that right?
She's gonna make an intelligence check. I think, in estimation, they do these type of things whenever someone of importance is coming around, increasing security, or when an event calls for an increase of outer security.
Like a noble.
Yes, they're immobilizing for some reason here directly. I can imagine it's either a change of entire staff positions, or mayhaps someone important is coming around.
I guess we ought to either be on our toes or on our best behavior. I actually don't know.
Mayhaps a little bit of both would not be harmful.
That's a good point. Okay. Just walk them back.
As she
Arco
sits
kind of glance
down,
over. Nope, go ahead. Nope, finish.
she's just holding it. The root's just holding out its like the tendril of root again, trying to get a rematch, and she obliges.
So
Arco kind of glance. What's up? What is it, Lindsay?
So I noticed outside that something was a bit off. Anna here told me that she could see way better than I can. Things are hyping up, kind of. It's like the guards are spooked and are getting ready for something, but it seems of great importance and or a threat at the same time.
It's possible they are probably gearing up for a change of shift. Or perhaps their commanding officer is coming by to check on things.
But it's kind of demanding because they're also like gearing up, more or less.
Well, one way or another, we shall just have to watch our words and play nice.
Yeah.
After all, we don't know what's going on. We've been here all night.
True.
By all means, we were here.
Well, nothing to do but just wait and see if this involves us in some way.
mean, inevitably, it's not our business until someone barges in through that front door.
Which happens more than I would like.
Might I add, if particular accusatory fingers try and point at us, certain things will definitely point at them. It's in their best interest to keep quiet.
Tanner, I see those rolls. You know the saying, not my what was it? Not my monkeys, not my circus. I'm gonna stick by that today.
Vaguely.
Yeah.
What is a circus?
A gathering of how do I explain this? To witness feats of fancy as people in funny cosplay would gather around and do entertaining things and play like physical jokes, and the animals would sometimes be involved.
You're talking about the traveling performers.
Yeah, basically.
I believe it's like that. However, it is much more elaborate. A larger
Yeah.
group with much more bigger tents and estimations. A
Yeah,
gathering of festive events.
Exactly, and it'll be underneath a big tent because it's like a stadium, like a makeshift stadium. And then a lot of dudes would come into the middle of the stage and just do like random backflips and feats of fancy. You know, it's I don't know
My
how to
model
explain
was
this in
based
old.
upon a performer.
What, really?
Correct.
Curious.
Curious?
Huh.
Of course, I would agree with the mentality of not my monkey, not my circus, if it wasn't for the fact that the person running towards us with certain items died
Oh,
and was.
Huh?
What was he? Was a little. Just a follow.
But yes, I agree with your sentiment. Until we are told otherwise, we know nothing. All we can do is speculate.
Very true.
not my trees,
Fortunately,
not my
it seems
jungle.
y'all are going to start getting a reputation for helping the people here. People are going to start to notice that.
We're just trying to do our part to get in here.
Kind of realizing that we do a lot of shit, but word doesn't really care out about us. Like,
If I
are we even
represent
known
him-
for killing the weird thing in the sewers?
Suppose not, but if we start to gain reputation on these streets, then it would be worth our time. People close by, close proximity, know us. We can help each other. We will have the strength and the reputation to protect ourselves.
I believe at this point it's a matter of y'all balancing the end goal with your personal ones. For instance, if we are wanting to garner and utilize reputation, perhaps we should build opportunities for people amongst the cities and streets to get to know us in any way y'all wish to do so. But at the same time, to further our own agendas and the goals as to not lose the run in the race for the vault. It's a difficult balance.
Reputation by my own experience is always a bit of a double-edged sword. It can be good, but it can also invite trouble.
Yeah.
I think we've made the right step forward with the people on these streets around us, this community. A good footing.
I mean, if you're not counting the blacksmith.
Arca makes a good point. Ever since we took over this place here, we've got bad bastards. Like, from unseeable assholes to Rah, rah, rah. We want to take your shit, and then we have to shoo him away.
Don't get me wrong. We are establishing that we are a group that can handle our own. But we should also try and show that we are capable of helping others, not just ourselves. In fact, weren't we initially trying to organize some sort of street-wide party of some sort? Or am I misremembering some of this?
Well, there are now
Before the
2
whole
groups.
gestures outside, that happened.
Yeah.
There's at least 2 groups that we probably need to be very wary of now. I mean, gangs in general, but specifically these sellswords, Centaurum sellswords, and Xanathar.
Oh, yeah.
Xanathar is indeed going to be a threat because while he has shown a personal interest in this area, if I'm not mistaken, he's also one of the team leaders looking for the vault. We're going to be clashing with them for a while. But one other group I'm more concerned about is, well, actually, no, it's going to be quiet on that one. After all, we were here all night.
Of
Mhm.
course. Oh, and the people of the manor, the place that we just visited at Villa. What was their... What are they? Was it, what was their symbol and stuff? The name of those
It's just going to face
nobles?
palm a little bit.
Since it was such a short amount of time, is this an out of character thing which you wish to know the answers, or would anyone like to say anything?
Would we be able to recollect on, like, any kind of emblem to them?
Well, you did
The
see
nobles that we literally went to,
the
like,
mark
did
on
we
their
know?
symbol. Yeah, you
Yeah.
all saw the mark
Yeah.
of their symbol at one point, traveling within the manor itself. Y'all investigated it, in fact. It was unfortunately one of those investigations y'all had to give up on at some point to learn further because, y'all had to move forward. And y'all couldn't get back to it. So, in this case, what y'all are actually going through is... Let me go to my notes here for a second. That's interesting. There it is. I believe the place in and of itself is the Grahund Villa, in and of itself, which is housed, which was where the Zent assassins had come face to face with the Grahund family, and the Grahund family's crest. Which...
Any of us know anything about that particular family?
History check?
I believe at one point y'all did a couple of history checks on a little bit of it. Which one or two of y'all did succeed, actually. It was owned by a renowned family who under a circumstance had an era of tragedy. They're aspiring nobles who cared about the class and the motifs around the entertainment district within Waterdeep at one point. But when growing up, had 2 children. One of you actually knew that the children had passed and had set a darker tone for the nobles from there on, where they stopped hosting these events and they actually delved deeper into what you could assume to be darker arts, hiring much more cutthroat defenses rather than relying upon the guards themselves. You could say that they have gained enough power to make their own militia, so to say, as a noble.
Art remembering this little bit of information that they used to have factors in the entertainment kind of makes him smirk a little. Perhaps we could find a way to help each other here, us in that film. Assuming, of course, they're willing to play nice with us.
Hopefully.
It's been hard to get on my end. Not really willing to trust him after what we just went through.
No, but at the same time, consider this. We're trying to establish a better name for ourselves. And if our memory serves, these people used to have some very good connections in the entertainment district. Perhaps there's a little way we can coexist in that front. Considering we did help them squash a potential coup.
You do remember why that was all there in the first place. It was at their beck and call. They had a reason.
Even still, we helped them clean up their mess. Figuratively speaking, of course.
We helped clean up an issue that they caused.
I think at that point, Druid does pipe in, as he's like, I'm with you on there, Hannah. However, it is also an opportunity. They don't know our intentions when y'all went there, correct? It's quite likely we could use this to our advantage to trick them.
I simply want to be on the side of caution, because they are the reason for our issues right now.
But if we play our cards right, we could turn that issue into advantage.
Yeah, but how do you even do that? Turning the root cause of the problem into a problem?
Find common ground.
I mean, let's face it, politicians turn problems into advantages all the time.
Arguably, yeah, but it just seems kind of like difficult to even think about, let alone do.
Well, there's one thing I can say. Kind of glancing around at everyone. It's safe to say we're all a smart bunch. I'm sure between all of us we can come up with something.
If we're not really keen on it until we know a bit more about them, I guess it'll come with time.
I agree. I'm just saying that it is an avenue potentially keeping in mind for further pursuit.
So that's 3 things that we should probably be cautious about. Growlhound, Xanathar, and what was it? The Centauns.
This honestly makes me question who our allies are and where we should divvy our affiliations towards.
Short ass. Trust no one until they deserve it.
For now, in terms of allies, I'd say the folks in the library and the Fighters Guild.
Sure.
That gave us this man in the first place. Speaking of, we should probably talk to him to see if he's learned any info yet.
Anyone else catch that?
No.
Oh. I can just your face.
You're a little quiet.
I said another ally is the one who gifted us the deed to this place in the first place. And speaking of, we should probably see if he's managed to gain any information about the vault.
That's true. We haven't spoken to him in a while.
Who was the one who gave you the deed to this place?
That guy, you know.
He's the one who he runs the gaping he runs the gaping maw.
He does.
No, but
he does not run the gaping maw.
He's not running.
He is a frequent guest of the mall.
He's a frequent guest of the mall occasionally, when he's not on his pamperous trips.
Yes.
Guy who runs the gaping maw, I think, still doesn't like me. So it'll be fun to see him again.
How did you guess? Because you stole his pork.
You stole
yeah,
Verdon's fork.
Yeah, and what a great day for me to walk in with an even bigger fork just to piss him off.
You want to piss Donan off.
Look how far I've come, knave. My forks have grown.
Ark's just gonna
Prospects
gesture
are looking
to
great.
Ark's just gonna gesture to Lindsay, look at the others, and just go one word.
You want to repeat that again? You sound like a
One-
face boost.
Ark's just gonna. Sorry, trying to fucking talk in a hallway. Ark's just gonna gesture to Lindsay and just say one word. Gremlin.
I'll look back at Ark and say, absolutely.
My point. Anyways. Not quite sure what we should do for now.
One of your prescriptions.
I've sadly got my priorities. I need to look into the vault. I need to prepare for it.
That is something I think we should all focus on. Any information we can get on the vault will give us an edge.
I think there is one piece of this that we may be missing.
Hmm?
Well, we know that the treasure that now belongs in the hands of the Grelhan family. I believe y'all referred to it as the actual key to the vault, isn't it?
The key? I don't recall any of us referring to it as a key. Of course, I could be misremembering.
I believe it was actually Tywin's role and check to actually identified it as a key. Tyrus, I'm sorry. Tyrus's actual bit was able to identify it as a potential conduit and or a key, something connected to the vault. The hypothesis and at least the makers of this is the fact that it was actually of the make of the previous noble who owned the vault. And that is why it was sought after to begin with by the Grelhan family.
Oh, fuck.
Ah.
I believe they have the key. In fact, I believe since y'all know this information now, I can actually just give y'all the little document on it.
Let's see.
Let me go ahead and nab that real quick so y'all have that in your libraries.
Let's be right back.
How about this, actually? I have a wonderful idea.
Hmm?
What if we actually make a jointed list of, I suppose, duties for ourselves? A checklist of sorts of what we wish to further as objectives, a journal.
I think that's a grandiose idea, mainly because it'll keep my ADHD at bay and actually focus on something.
I would like that.
Just make sure not to lose your head over it, Lindsay.
Ha 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 ha! Funny guy.
She couldn't hide it. She's slow clapping, but you can see a face of dissatisfaction.
Lindsay just rubs her fingers together. For shame.
So, there's a lot of directions that y'all can go from here. I mean, a lot of directions y'all can go from here. Why don't we take a bit of time and think about which priority y'all would like to move towards first? There's a lot that you can do. There's a lot you can honestly investigate. You can look towards the puppets that had actually caused the explosion sent by the Grelhan family. A potential lead into getting further in for the Grelhan family. You can choose to pretend to be potential employees of the Growlhand family, seeking out, again, the reasons that you're there, being quote-unquote enemies of the Zentarum. Found out he was there, and y'all proceeded forward. There's a lot that you can do. You can go after this key. You could re-ally yourself, or at least gather more people from the Fighters Guild. Any particular paths y'all wish to bring up to take?
Potentially something we could do is sorry, trying to word hard. Ally ourselves, quote unquote, with the family. And our real goal is trying to find the key and take it for ourselves. I don't know if that was well worded.
No, yeah, it makes sense to me.
You want to try and forge a false alliance, pretense that
More or
we're
less.
working together while at the same time searching for the key. It is an idea, but I worry about what will happen when the double cross turns, because we saw they are willing to kill.
Yeah, so are we, though.
True.
Remember, we're not exactly non-hostile. If hostility shows up, we kind of just squash it immediately.
I hate the fact that you are right on that one.
Yeah.
If we can, we could try and find means of preparing for eventual double crossing, because let's be honest, with all these different groups and parties after the same thing, we're going to find ourselves in a sticky situation, and maybe running is the best option.
I agree with that. I want to add on to it and get traps. Some sort of trap.
Purchasing traps like the ones we ran into when we were going towards their estate would be good for our own place. I imagine some people might think we have stuff for the vault and will eventually try to rob us.
Right? So,
What would have been a great place for a stash would have been the under area of this place, but it seems that's banned from now.
Yeah.
for now,
Hmm.
because we're trying to play nice with the previous owners.
I'd argue that we've done good so far. Well, obviously things take its time, but I think we're making good progress slowly.
I believe the only thing
We are.
that's really left as the step would be to hire staff. Y'all actually cleaned the place up well.
Yeah, but we don't have the pockets to hire people right now. That's not the. That's not
You
the.
get charges to hire a servant a month.
It's.
We have a good collection of gold.
Oh God! Somebody remind me. Did we pay for our clothes yet? Our outfits.
A majority of you have. I believe 2 of you have not obtained the said outfits directly.
I don't
Yeah.
remember if I can-
Ark
I
still
got
hasn't.
my 2 outfits, I think.
You have.
I have yet to go and pay to purchase mine as well, which I'm hoping the market opens up soon, because I would like to get my new outfit.
It's still
Yes,
close.
that'd be the- Yes, I
Ah,
believe
crap.
so. That's the main reason I believe y'all went out to recollect with everyone on Troll Skull Alley.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, to pass time. Yeah.
Well, that and to actually get to know the locals so you can use the local markets.
That is
Since
true.
that one's going to be closed for a time.
It's friggin' giants. God damn it. Oh, we became friends with one of them. God damn it.
Yes, we became friends with the leader of that traveling group.
Ironically, the
one who-
leader.
Ironically, the leader, and also ironically, the one who claims to be Devilin's father.
That threw me for a
Yes,
loop.
I believe. Yeah, I believe the
God
Demeter
damn
family.
it!
I had to stow my gay for a bit. Crap.
Anyways,
Yes.
I agree that our
believe-
first and foremost idea should be gathering intel and information from whatever source we can about the vault. Whether it's going to the library, asking locals, or trying to establish new contacts.
All right. I believe as well. We're about. Oh. Oh my. Oh, look at that.
What?
I believe we're a bit more than a month and a half away from the next festival.
Are we?
Yes.
I swear we were just. Yeah. Nah, I'm thinking. Never mind. Ignore me. Ignore me.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I believe we're
Kind
not
of hard
too
to wait
far
times.
from the months of the winter season.
The months of the witches?
Winters. Although I
wait.
suppose it's not far off from that as well.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
I remember our visit to that one town where we all gained the
The
inspiration for our new
Halloween!
costumes.
Yeah. Now I'm like, wait. I swear we just went. No, it was because we're in the other place. That's why.
I still
Yes,
can't remember
actually-
how we got there, but
I believe the change between Hallows Eve into the winter season is quite celebrated.
Hmm.
perhaps we should see if we can make contact with them again. If I remember correctly, they spoke of having other issues that needed solving, aside from the one that we were tasked with solving.
Yeah, we had to find some gem that was that held the city or the town together. Leave.
We did say if they
Okay.
need help, they can contact us again.
That is true. Right now, though, our priority is a fickle thing.
Yeah, we have so many things to do, but we can only go in one straight line.
I'm happy to go to the
Yep.
library and research on artifact or previous owners or things like that.
Perhaps
Before we
more
can go to-
knowledge on the Grahund family would actually do us good.
Hmm. I'm happy to at least go and
Information we
research on that aspect, and others can do other things.
True, but before we could do any of that, Ark's going to again point to the sleeping guards. We have to wait out our house arrest.
Right.
How long is this gonna take?
Good question.
Ark's going to walk over and kind
Normally
of
not
peer.
long.
Ark's going to walk over and kind of peer out the window. Is he able to see the people moving that Lindsay had saw earlier?
Make a perception check.
Perception, please.
Oh, lucky fucking, and I get the lowest. What the fuck?
Yes. In fact, you see a few things. Namely, one large thing moving into here. One about 13 foot tall. One of the armored gate knights. Now moving into the streets and speaking with some of the other local guards, as it seems that the guards who have fallen asleep, one of them is now talking with one that seems to be standing about 7'1", a large armored female of some kind who represents a higher status of the guards in their makes. Probably the similar ones that you saw riding the griffins from before.
Well, this is about to get very interesting.
Hmm?
Oh.
Huh?
I I'm seeing one of the towering city guards, the towering gate guards out there. The big 14-foot tall fellow.
Wait,
They appear to be talking. The tall fellows that would guard
the ones that were guarding the city that we met before?
from what I can. DM, would it be one of the ones they have seen before?
It would be literally the ones you normally would see at the front gates of Waterdeep and at any entrance you would appear to.
Yep, it's one of them, all right. And they are talking with a woman of some high standard, judging by her clothing. Perhaps one of the captains, one of the ones that were on those griffins from before.
Why?
Though why one of the city gate guards is talking to them over here, I wouldn't dare speculate.
You know the feeling of being connected to things even though we're not connected to things and you just feel like you're being looked for?
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's kind of like we met the city guards. We didn't do anything wrong in the city, obviously, but yeah. You know, it's a reputation thing that I mentioned earlier. It's like, why are you here? And if so, how do we recognize you? We know who you are, and now you're here. Right? Are you looking for us?
I mean, they know where we are.
They do?
We haven't exactly
are
made
in
it a
house
secret of. Plus, we never really made it a secret of where we lived.
I mean, arguably, but like.
Art's gonna look over at the screen. Oh, for crying. Hatchkin is not going to learn. Anyways,
They're determined.
I admire their determination, but at some point tilting at windmills. Either way, it's just curious why, one of the city guards is here, and two, why one of the higher-ranking city guards, one of the gate guardians is here, and two, why one of the higher-ranking city guards is here, and talking to each other.
Getting police PTSD. Oh no. Not
If I
again.
had to guess, I assume the higher up would be coming to speak to us, given our proximity to the explosion. I'm not sure about the gate guardian, though.
Let's just, like, hide minutely and pretend we're not home.
Did we understand the reason at all? Like,
That would be a bad
why
idea,
that-
Lindsay, considering we're supposed to be here.
Not fair.
You were talking out of character, I believe. Were you, Sketchu? What's up?
yes. Did we understand out of character at all why that dude that we had met was coming with the key to the vault directly to us and then died?
You had actually come pretty close to a theory, actually, coming to place that was confirmed, actually, by the Gold Dragonborn. Which is, the likely answer is he heard about what you did for Volo, and heard about what you did for the nobles surrounding Volo's group, and was probably looking for y'all as security to secure this actual item to y'all. But he died on his way to y'all, unfortunately, because the Growlhund family also wanted this and hired the assassin to obtain it. And unfortunately, the assassin, as you found out, didn't even set off the fireball. It was the Growlhund family's puppet that did. Because they wanted to kill two birds with one stone. That is the crux of the information that you found out so far.
Okay, yeah.
For now, Ark's just going to keep an eye out the window, see what's going on out there.
What are y'all doing now? Is there any other goals that you're intending to add, or other ideas as directions that you're wishing to proceed with?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay.
Lindsay's gonna be slightly.
I guess
Sorry.
the idea to like go talk to Gates about what's just happened, because it definitely affects the group's goals, the ones that have the contract with Gates.
You are not wrong.
And if because we have a pretty good idea where a vault key is, that's information we can give Gates, and then everyone who's got a contract with Gates, we could maybe pull resources to try and snag that thing or whatever, conversation. So that's another
Acquire
thing
it by
on the
some
table.
means.
I'd like to think Hannah would actually bring this up quite heavily, as knowing that their partnership with Gates is affected. I think Aquaria is actually going to comment. Not wrong. I mean, after all, sieging the damn thing by ourselves with other allies is still a possibility. I'd like to think.
Or at least tipping off Gates so that the others can do something and we can be support.
True.
There's options.
And who knows? Who knows? Maybe Gates can pull some diplomatic cards and get the family to give up the key.
Or hire a thief to steal it back.
Order that. Either way.
I like punching them better.
So that's another option. And also either a message we could give in person or try and give information to Gates another way as soon as possible. I don't know.
So,
Given how there is a high-ranking official in the guard close by, I'd rather not try to send another message.
agreed.
Seems like something we should go in person once we're off house arrest.
So may I suggest this then? Once we are off house arrest, we split into at least 2 groups. One group goes to Gate and explains our situation to them. One group goes to the White Hat and starts looking up research, both about the vault itself and whatever extra info we can about this family.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a plan.
Once we are allowed to leave, of course.
Well, until then, I'll guess I'll twiddle my thumbs and resist. Just trying to resist drinking wine.
True. Speaking of which, give me a wisdom save.
Uh-oh.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You just had to say it.
Wisdom save! Wisdom save!
I believe.
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
Understood.
A pass, a fail. Oh god.
That's a fail.
Fuck.
You are starting to actually not only feel withdrawals, definitely. You can feel now that your skin is beginning to cover in a bit more of a beads of sweat. You can feel your eyes slightly, not tire, but strain a little bit. You're having to rub your eyes a tiny bit more. But there's another sensation, an unfamiliar one, that seems to crawl upon you, as if there is now a almost moist breath on your neck every couple of minutes.
Fun.
Now they're getting the shakes.
I got them symptoms of withdrawal, baby. That's what it looks like on the outside.
Lindsay's gonna peer past Ark to see if she recognizes the armored ones a little further, and remembering that she had a run-in with basically the police beforehand.
In D&D info, I'm gonna actually put this here to make a conditional list of potential goals that you've set as it together as the party. What were you doing, Lindsay?
She's looking at the armor of the guardsman to see if there's any recognizable features from when she got pulled into a cell or to an interrogation.
Go ahead and... No, actually, I'm gonna say that I'm gonna give this one to you.
Alright.
This is definitely not the same person, but this is definitely someone of the exact same status as them. As the familiar garbs and actual adorned rank signatures are the exact likelihood of the rank of someone who would do such things, being a staple or a front voice for the guards.
Basically like a similar division or something.
Exactly. Think similar division, different area. Like, say there's multiple houses of guards throughout the city. It's definitely one of the houses of guards.
For the safety of my sanity, I'm just gonna step away from it. Just,
Probably a good idea.
just...
Isn't your family on the way?
Shut up! It was cute when you started to learn to talk and be all intelligent and shit, but now you're making me panic internally, please.
See, that's the thing, Lindsay. You're only just starting to hear their thoughts. I've been
Okay.
hearing their thoughts since the day they hatched.
I'm so sorry.
I didn't say it was a bad thing.
You didn't say it was a good thing either.
So,
Maybe
y'all,
for a little bit.
I'm assuming y'all are pretty much going to vibe around and about for the next few hours.
Not much they can do until the guards come and say something.
Okay. Is there anything y'all wish to attempt to do as the hours pass, or do y'all want to just pass the time?
Lindsay's gonna do something with Annabelle. But
Okay.
you can choose whenever that happens.
As for Hannah?
I think I'd probably just want to help keep an eye out for things or anything like that.
Okay.
Basically just perception or guarding around a house. Very funny.
Roll me a perception check.
Okie dokie. Perception. 21.
21.
Nice.
Damn, Hannah's on edge.
You ever feel like there is, like... You ever feel like you spot... Say, for instance, you spot a trail or a track. You know that there's not wolves here now. But you know that they've been here, and you know that they could come back at any time. That is kind of the mental trail you have at the moment. Like, you know, at some point something's going to be here. That is the distinct feeling that you have. But the perception shows that they're gone right now. Whatever is around is just your allies and the guards. Nothing is here that shouldn't be here. Yet.
That's for 21. Very vague. That things are okay, but there's definitely like we are so vulnerable and open. Yippee.
Paranoia and relapsing combined to a T.
So there's nothing else I can get out of a 21.
Nothing that hasn't already been said or stated by the others.
Oh jeez. Damn.
Zoran's going to spend the time reading through his Alchemy for Dummies book.
Would I be able to spend time reading a book then instead? Because I don't know.
Okay. I think you could
I have
at least
that black
consider
book
it.
of Deathcraft. I want to start reading that if we're literally passing a lot of time.
Light reading.
You may begin reading your book of death.
Okay, I'll be soon.
Mm-hmm.
You want a moment with Annabelle. I'd say after a few of the hours pass, what do you do, Lindsay, to catch Annabelle's attention?
So, you... creation. We need to get you upgraded.
Define.
Well, you've been, theoretically bare skin this whole time. You don't really have armor to you. I mean, you're strong, don't get me wrong, but you can be just what's the word? The environment can affect you, and it's not viable when we're also being attacked, right? We need to figure out how we can either make you stronger, more resistant, better health, better armor. I think you're too tall for you to have any of my things, because I don't think they fit you.
She seems, while she's trying to understand, confused. I am meant to be a servant. I go around, I clean things. If ever necessary, I defend when asked or according necessary to do so. I am meant to be disposable.
Okay.
I do not understand the purpose of me wearing armor.
Because I'm trying to extend... Okay, in your words, technically extend your use, but you're also mine. And I, like a lot of my things, I take care of my things. I want you to last long. By any means necessary. You're not just a tool to me. As much as you are my servant, you're also a family member. No, along with everybody else with us.
Make me a persuasion check.
Persuasive. Jesus.
20.
There you go.
About time.
You notice something. Annabelle is not a very expressive person. Very rarely does her dialogue or tone or even mannerisms shift, change at all, at any point. You've never seen it change, you've only seen her mimic signs of differential things, and only by request, usually. You, for a split second, see a look of surprise, and then a smile. And as quickly as they come, they quickly seem to fade back into her general mannerisms, as she gives you a nod and affirmation. If it is what you wish, then I will attempt to adorn armor. But I warn you, I have no proficiency in such things. I would need to learn.
Well, we have displayed very, very well made teamwork. And, when you help me, in defense against enemies. But you do get affected on the battlefield by such, so I can't have a necessarily good partner if I don't have a partner with my partner's
I
damage.
understand these lessons very well, but I think you misunderstand my meaning. I don't know how to wander, move, and actually do things within armor. I would need someone to teach me that.
Then I can definitely teach you. It's just the same as, you standing before me right now, just slightly heavier. Sorry,
HD out of character. Do you know how armor operates if it's not light armor?
She's not gonna give her heavy armor. She's just gonna give her light armor.
Okay, so light armor would be okay. If you were trying to do anything besides leather armor, that specific function would not work, because there's a particular way that you have to move when you're in armor, in actual armor as well.
No, I'm fully aware of that, but there's nothing heavy. It's just, okay, so the logic here is that Lindsay does not want her to receive damage as easily, because she gets damaged pretty fucking easily.
True. But
right.
Combative-wise, she has no proficiencies.
No, she can't. No, not literal
use
combat.
of leather, she would need to learn. So
See,
it's something you can teach.
So okay, so the shtick of it is that they're currently in a symbiotic fight relationship. While Annabelle can't fight, she will help Lindsay fight by just tossing him or or telling him to go in whatever direction. Basically, a shield, right? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, Lindsay wants Annabelle to survive these encounters,
Absolutely.
right? Without getting like gunk in her joints or whatever, or receiving that damage.
I understand what you're wanting to do.
Yeah.
I am telling you the path that you need to take to achieve it would be getting her leather armor, adorning her in leather armor, and then slowly trying to have her learn how to wear heavier armor so she could grow in that specific use.
Oh, so just
by finding her
progress. Okay.
Yeah, I'm giving you a progression system basically that would work for her. Because right now she wouldn't be able to wear a leather armor properly. She would wear it, just not correctly.
Be able to. Yeah.
Annabelle has. If I'm interpreting this right, you're basically saying Annabelle has basically zero combat capability, and we have to basically train her from as like a day one new recruit on how to fight,
how to
move, how to strategize, how to wear armor.
She could block hits and she could throw. She will never be able to throw a punch. She is specifically designed never to be able to do that.
No.
And that's my workaround, because she'll just enhance Lindsay's combat abilities by being passive.
A very good workaround, mind you. But I am giving you that progression. You'll have to find someone to help teach her to wear if you want her to wear heavier armor. Right now, leather works okay.
Perfect. I'm not implying that I have this armor on me, by the way.
Well, I figured.
Yeah.
But again, one thing at a time.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
So the conversation will just carry on from that point about things.
Okay.
How they go about
it. Sketchy, are you back? Okay, I'd say we'll wait for Sketchy before moving on to the next part. Everyone okay with that? Okay. Everyone, take a bit of a 5. Grab a snack.
I ain't got no snacks.
What snacks you want, homie?
Fuck.
Also, I out of character, I saw that little crack in the proverbial armor of Annabelle. Saw a brief flash of herself.
Yeah. Because Annabelle's being treated like a person as opposed to a toy.
Mm-hmm. There's one particular word that you said that caused that.
Family.
You got it.
Yeah, I figured.
I just want to let you know the urge to make the Pinocchio is becoming a real person. The urge to make that kind of comment was strong.
That's an insult. You fucking. They're calling
I'm gonna be so sad if anything ever ends up killing her. I will be honest.
That's why. What do you think? I want to give her armor.
Lindsay will fucking rage. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Lindsay has one specific thing. Don't break her shit, because she'll get very mad.
Yeah. I feel that'll kind of be on par of if anything happens to Aquaria with Ark. If someone fucks up in that regard, it don't matter who it is. Ark's gonna make them pay.
Also, just like dragons, like Aquaria is like a blue moon type being. Like, you don't find Aquaria anywhere. It's not like as a living thing. Well, yeah, but the thing is, like, there must have been mass produced, because she already knows her designations and whatever. This is a dragon-born like thing, and again, in a blue moon, also a living being which is intelligent.
As to what Annabelle is, anybody under a particular category could make another Annabelle. Maybe not this one because of how personal it's becoming, but Annabelle can be replicated. You can't replicate Aquaria. She's
Absolutely.
a happenstance of nature, adapting to it.
It's
At this point,
nature's
I would
lottery
argue-
finally winning.
At this point, I would argue that anybody could make an imitation of Annabelle, but not a duplicate.
Not a clone, yeah. Or direct
They
clone.
could, sure, they could, anybody with the proper aptitude could make a same physical body. But they wouldn't be able to replicate Annabelle's experiences, her memories.
But catch anyone trying to
So
bootleg
they could
Annabelle and
imitate,
name
but they wouldn't
Anubis.
duplicate.
Be so mad.
If it was anywhere besides Faerun, I would agree with you. But unfortunately, because we are in Faerun, you're wrong, because the spell Modify Memory exists.
Ah,
I'm back.
Someone could replace
It's so
Annabelle, and you would never know.
That would still feel like a cheap cop out to me, but okay. Also,
Oh, it would be. To an
and
extent.
Zolan are back.
welcome back.
Welcome back.
Hello.
So, are we all ready to go? Okay.
Yep.
It is, you would probably say, the first glinting lights of daylight beginning to spring up. Though you know when that orangish hue begins to shine over and everything looks a little bit brighter, but not enough to be a rising sun. The glints of the
pre-dawn
day.
twilight.
Yeah, the pre-dawn twilight begins to immerse through your windows. And it is now at which you see in full accustom the longevity of what is now currently around your house. The guards from your outside have indeed been replaced. Many of them seem to be newer guards, just similar garb, similar ranks, standing outside, but with a few more cavalry riders than before. And that large towering figure seems to be gone now. But a sort of head commander of their position still remains. Outside, speaking with a couple of other people, notably a few houses are now having guards stationed outside. The street had become what was just one outpost of guards circling your house. The entire street holds several guards, at least.
Not quite sure what to make of this. Looks like the guards are spreading themselves out along the street now. It's not just us.
Everybody?
Ark's going to kind of point out the window to the other small groups of guards. Look, there. I can see one of their commanders is still in the area, so...
You also see a few of the people actually stepping outside their homes and interacting with the guards. Some of them asking questions, but it's not an unnoticed scene. People are now interacting actively with the guards, and they're speaking back and forth. Nothing seems rather hostile, however, as far as you've determined.
Why this many?
Would it... Well, there's one way to find out. Anyone mind if I stepped outside for a moment?
Mind coming along? I think some fresh air would do me well.
Alright,
you
Let's
Hannah.
put these two here.
Alright, Hannah and I. Let's go see what we can learn of the situation.
Good luck.
And with that, Ark will step outside.
You step outside. These are not representation of how close they are, but you see a few of the guards still, like, outside, facing towards the street, standing up on post and guard.
Ark would kind
Which
of
one
walk
do you
up and...
approach?
let's go with this one.
Okay.
This one. Ark would
You-
approach from a very obvious angle.
They seem to give you a nod. Ah, you are awake. I was going to wait for a little bit later in the day, but I suppose I should inform you now. We found to have no further relative danger for you and your, well, I suppose I would call it a tavern, but I don't believe y'all making that till business. But you and your abode seems to have no further targeting or attempts of it, at least, and we found our investigations not peering back towards your establishment any further. Consider yourselves, I suppose, off any sense of surveillance, unless you deem that there is reason for further surveillance of the god.
I'll be sure to tell the others. I'm sure they will be very relieved. Though, if I may ask, why does it appear you and your comrades are spreading yourselves along the street?
Because we're having a guest move by towards Troll Skull Alley, both as a attempt of a more it's deemed piece of gesture, but also to further relations with the people here.
May we know who this guest is?
You see him ponder for a split second, thinking and scratching his chin. Well, normally we don't just announce it out so directly, but yes, you are allowed to know. Just be advised. He asked for no, She asked for no large noise about her name coming around. No celebrations, if you will, please.
Ark would give a small smirk. Discretion. Understood.
Yes, Lady Laurel, is coming alongside, I believe, a woman named Lady Develin for discussing terms, and I believe Lady Develin has chosen Troll Skull Alley as their place of designation to discuss the ongoings of the vault.
Would Ark recognize that first name at all? This Lady Lyrell?
Make a history check with advantage. Anyone who's been to Waterdeep can make it with advantage.
With advantage, history?
Yippee.
13?
13? Okay.
I'll do it since I'm literally hearing it in front of me. Whoopee. 12. Ugh. I'm dumb.
Who?
So, you would indeed somewhat know this person as more known as the Lady Mage of Waterdeep and one of the Seven Sisters, who is also kind of a known chosen of Mystra. A powerful mage who seemed to have earned the favor of the god of magic, and is one of the main statutes and rulers within Waterdeep, and an open lord of Waterdeep itself. It has been during the late 15th century, for quite a while at this point.
I feel just because with Ark going through his magic training, then he would have heard a bit about that individual from there.
Yes, it seems one of the ruling nobles of Waterdeep has chosen to come here in order to further relations, potentially either perhaps with Troll Skull Alley itself. You do not know.
I see. Huh. Now I understand why you are wanting discretion. I will make sure the others are aware and to keep it quiet.
Yes, well, of course.
Of course.
Now,
Thank you very much.
if there is anything else you require, do let me know. But we will be out here if you need us.
Understood. Thank you very much. Come on, Hannah,
Good
let's head back inside.
Thank you.
Hey.
Okay, then.
Okay.
What?
Do you want to tell them, Hannah, or shall I?
You can. You can. I'm gonna
Okay.
sit down again. I know I look
Stop.
like a mess.
Okay, so, good news. We are no longer under investigation, and we are no longer under house arrest.
Hey.
Great.
Ah, thank God.
The guards say that their investigations so far haven't turned up anything that would implicate us. So until, for now, we're in the clear. As for the reason why there are guards walking up and down the alley, apparently there's going to be a visiting. What is the word I should use here? High-ranking official coming to Trollskull Alley. 2, actually. One of whom we are very familiar with. Ark's going to kind of smile over at Lindsay. Devlin is coming back.
Really?
It'll be nice to see her again.
Wait, hang on. Wait, why such a grandiose... Wait, what'd she do?
Apparently, she's accompanying Lady Lairel.
History check request.
With advantage.
With advantage. Alright.
10. It might have been a blip in your mind a little bit in terms of the importance, but you know, where as a noble, a ruler of some kind, your family has actually had some relations with the name Lael. The only one you know is Lairel Silverhand, who you know has had several meetings with your mother. But beyond that, you can't seem to recall the importance of it. Being more of a stranger in Waterdeep rather than born to it. 15, the highest one yet. You would know this woman's name well. She was formerly known as the Witch Queen of the North. An absolute sense of royalty, that to a northern nation. And later became the Lady Mage of Mystra as well as Waterdeep. One of the Seven Sisters. The Seven Sisters themselves, actually, being 7 immortal women all chosen by Mystra, and the daughters of the goddess herself.
Yes, apparently.
If that stuff's being said out loud, then it clicks with Hannah. Oh, champions.
Yes, it seems for some reason they are paying a visit to Trollskull Alley. Some sort of diplomatic relation mission, from what the guard told us. However, they are asking that we don't make a big fuss about the whole thing. They're wishing for everyone to try and keep it relatively quiet.
I've actually come across her before. She was talking to my mom. I don't exactly remember why. I think it was just for common greetings. Necessary again. I don't think she recognizes me though.
I recall reading somewhat about her during my studies at the Mage Academy. She is a very powerful mage, one of the 7 Sisters, if the name strikes familiar.
Familiar enough, but not really.
It seems they are coming to the alley for some reason. And the guards are simply just trying to ensure everything is safe for their arrival. We didn't get the time of when they would be here, only that they are on their way. Which is, I'm guessing, why the gate guardian was here. Probably to inform them, the commander.
No, I'm just saying, if Devlin's coming this way, and she likes our place, she's totally for us. But why do I get a feeling that she's going to bring them here?
Oh, more likely.
Oh god. Why the hell did it click in just now?
Okay. So then, you know what? I know I suggested we split into 2 teams. One going to the Hat, one going to... What else did I say before? To learn more about the gate and the individual family, as well as going to possibly see Gate. Perhaps a third group should strike off to go and just gather some basic supplies. Because let's face it, let's face it, there's a very high chance that they are probably going to be coming in here at some point. We should at least try and prepare some sort of
Food?
decent fare for them.
I've got decorative candles already. I can just set them up, around some places. Make it a little bit fancy. Maybe they don't care about fancy. Maybe that for someone like
Well,
that.
still,
it
we
doesn't
should at
matter.
least be. We should at least be able to extend our hospitality.
If that's the case, are we not also then potentially wanting to at least hire temporary staff?
Okay. Alright, so 3 groups then. One goes and talks to Gate, one goes and researches at the hat, one goes to gather supplies and see if we can't, at least temporarily, hire 1 or 2 extra bodies to help us here.
I might change my goal of researching to go and find that lovely designer lady at the Fighters Guild and hire her today. I think it would be really nice to have her here.
Okay.
I'm gonna task myself with supplies. Yeah.
Okay, so then Lindsay and Hannah, you two go together for supplies and individuals. Perhaps I will go and speak with Gate, since I am one of the ones under the contract.
Mhm.
I'm going to run like
as
my
for the
life depends on
research-
it. I'm going to go right now if that's okay.
And as for the research, well, we can either do that now or put that on hold for the moment.
We should probably keep someone here in case they visit early.
Is that your
Annabelle?
way of volunteering? Is that your way of volunteering, Zoran?
Might as well, if everyone else has things to do.
All right.
Annabelle,
Anybody
say
else
was
who wishes to
Zoran.
accompany? Anyone who wishes to accompany myself or Lindsay and Hannah, speak now.
Oh hell yeah! Come on. A chance to see more of the city.
Oh yeah.
Wait, who are you going with? Wait, what? Me?
It looks like he's wanting to tag with you two.
No, you did not.
Oh.
No. You look like you use the
Oh,
most.
you're coming. Oh, you're coming with me.
I'll
Okay.
go with him.
Lindsay, I'm sure you can keep up with me.
Of course.
See, like Hannah quickly grabbing her satchel and stuff, and she's. If it's okay, she's going to start running.
Okay.
No
Right.
trouble.
Annabelle picks up immediately. Hooks.
Hannah blows a kiss at the others.
Aww.
Mom, so safe. I love you, Patchy. I love you.
Sketch, I need you to understand. My visual thing of you is that you're in these high heels and this dress, and you are panicking out the door because you got some party to go to. And you've been late for the last 10 minutes, and you just run and say, bye. Take care of the house. Don't burn the shit down.
Okay.
I love the party. Okay. Map of Waterdeep. So we're gonna use several tokens to mark where the fuck y'all are going and who you are. Hannah, you're the Lindsay crew, okay? You're the Lindsay crew.
Hannah, you're
Okay.
the Lindsay crew.
Ark, my man. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get you up here. Where the fucking alright, so y'all's location in terms of where the fuck y'all are going. We'll
Uh-huh.
first go, I believe. Ark, where are you trying to specifically go?
Going to the tavern where they originally met Gate.
Cool.
Fighters Guild.
Honorable night. Okay,
Fighters
Fighters
Guild,
Guild. So, Lindsay, where are you going?
She's gonna go. Wait. We mentioned the market was closed. She's gonna get supplies, right? Where was else
Yeah.
for supplies? Fuck.
Yeah,
Nope.
you're just wandering Troll Skull Areas Market?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. So you're staying in Troll Skull Alley. Hannah, where are you going?
I figure we'd probably try and pick up or like see if that the designer sorcerer is at the Fighters Guild, and then if not, we're going to basically go to places to pick up resources. I think it was in general.
Okay,
Alright.
so Anna's traveling with us for the moment.
You're all traveling together then.
This is such a panic situation.
For those who are going shopping, Zoran would have asked for either a club or a quarterstaff to be bought for him.
Understood.
Okay.
Lindsay, that's on you if you're going to stop by the blacksmith's.
Oh, most likely, yeah.
So I'm just gonna put this here. Before anything happens, let me roll a couple of 1d2s. Because I need to see who all is here.
Yeah.
Right?
First up, are you here? You are not here for once.
Oh, that sounds like one of the. Oh, our big tortoise guy.
You are here. You are here. You are not here.
Shit. I don't know who it is, but shit.
Yeah.
You are
Guys,
here.
what was her name? We literally went on a mission with her. What was her name?
I don't remember.
Fuck if I know. It's been that long.
Cassandra.
Thank you for pointing that out. Anyone who wants to try to remember in character, give me a history.
No. Huh? Oh, I gotta be sorry.
Oh, do your thing.
History check. Oh, fuck. Please. Damn it.
8. Yeah, not a fucking clue. Mine's an enigma.
He was too focused on the feral gator to remember the name.
Yeah. Yeah. You're here! Yes! Alright, where you at, big boy? I want you in here.
So what's Animal doing?
Huh?
Did Animal go out the door too?
Yeah, no, she picked you up to keep up with Hannah.
Oh, is she going back?
No, she's following you.
Ah, okay, fuck it. We have somebody on.
1. Okay, so you are not here. You two are a pair deal, so you're both not here. Let's see here. You shouldn't be here to begin with. You are all gone. Are you here? That's an important question. You are here, okay. Nick. You're here. Bale. Not here, Bale. I love you, buddy. I love you. Get out of here. I love you. You're here. Ooh, okay. Another important one. Are you here? No, you're not.
Shit.
Uh-oh.
Last one. And you're here. Okay. So.
I'm back, sorry.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Back. We just got finished putting our proverbial pieces on the board.
Yep.
Oh my.
Is there anyone else that I need to be aware of? Oh yeah, those 3 crews.
Trying to see if I can spot
2
Gates'
of them right
token.
here.
I don't think you put the tokens
I
on there.
can.
I did. They're here. They're
Never
there.
mind.
And... Okay, you are not there. Mad Woman is not here. Good.
Mad
you're
Woman?
here, though.
Oh god.
Now let me heal you with your blood.
Oh, the blood sister.
Yeah, Blood Sister.
Wow.
Probably a good thing. Oh, this is about to be very, very interesting. Okay. Everyone who's out and about here. Are you fucking here? Hold on. Are you here? Oh shit, you're here.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Alright, we're good.
Who the hell is this one?
Let's make sure you're here.
Oh my god,
And-
Aberrant Dragon Lady.
Okay. Y'all are over at the entrance over here.
All right.
Hey, do any of you remember her name?
Seems- Nope, I don't recall.
Hold on, let's see if she trolls. Hold on. Oh shit, she actually does not remember.
Shit.
Can I?
Ark would
can I
walk
see
up
if
and
I
hold the door open.
remember? Because I
Make a history
legitimately
check.
don't have it in my notes.
Make a history check.
Oh no.
Please.
No!
No, the only
kidding
one who
me.
hasn't rolled is Lindsay.
Oh yeah,
You
y'all
gotta
y'all
be
riff,
kidding
y'all
me.
prepare for something amazing. By amazing, I mean not.
3.
Damn it.
None of you seem to remember her name.
For shits and giggles, let's see if Zoran remembers.
God damn it. Why
You fucker. You should have been with us.
didn't
Zolan-
I put it in my fucking notes?
Zolan kind of remembers the name.
I know.
Christ.
Ark will hold open the door for everyone.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, no.
Ah, the smell of fresh alcoholism.
I'll actually be right back. I gotta go get something real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So focus on Lindsay and Hannah for the moment.
Okay.
I
Y'all
would've
walk in
put that in my
and
notes, man. I don't remember. I would have remembered. I hate this.
hey, you'll remember this time. But you
No,
look
I hate
in
this.
across the entirety of the roundabout place and see that it's decently bustling this time. A lot of people are inside here talking. There's a couple of people gathered in separate areas of crowds, actually. Like, Oryx got a few people talking with him, seeking advice. A good, 12 people are over at this table over here, around this woman who stands above all of them.
Apply a
You
swift kick to
see maybe 3
Lightning's booty.
people over by your giant lady over here. And you see about 25 people by this table out this way, barely, basically making a fucking line. And that's a majority of what you see.
Who the fuck is... Ooh, boy, oh no. No, don't do that to me. Alright, well, we're gonna have an interesting time.
Otherwise, though, when you first enter, you do look left and find this small little girl, actually. You can probably estimate a range, probably in her teens. Maybe a bit over 4 foot. Less than 4 foot, actually. 3'8", maybe? And she's kind of just on this larger stool, swinging her legs around. And she seems to have, blindfolds, actually, wrapped around her eyes. And some sort of, adorned crest in her hair.
Is she hyper aware of our presence?
If she is, she hasn't made any signs of noticing you yet.
I'm it's rude to stare motive, so Lindsay wouldn't be paying attention much on this. But she'll just walk in.
Okay. You do indeed walk in. Yes. Free movement from here, effectively.
Supplies. No, we can't really come here for supplies.
I believe we were here just to travel with our companions.
Yeah, I'm gonna get supplies after. It's kind of like carpooling. Oh, I guess what cars are. If I could take
I
you
assume
back.
that it's much more like the automated machines that move around.
Yeah, just think about like those when you just pile a bunch of people in one just to save on energy or time or whatever. And then you all just go to the same place. A lot of new people in there.
Yeah.
A few.
So we'll get to Lindsay first. I'm assuming are you just leisuring around?
Yeah, she's gonna go to where she recognizes some.
All right. Who are you going to first then?
Here.
Welcome back, Art.
Go back, Ark.
You step up forward and like Bork, who after speaking with maybe one or two more people, kind of slow head turns. Oh, you.
Hi.
Hey.
How you doing? It's good to see you.
Oh, just fine. Gonna be fighting and training in the arena today with the youngins.
Oh, okay. No offense, it sounds like you're in pain, unless you're just existing.
No, just this is a really good drink.
Ah, okay. Hey, Ark. Huh?
What, anything you need.
Do you think? Okay, I have a question. Which candidates do you think, logically, would work with us in a tavern?
It depends on the job you want for the tavern.
I think mainly just general labor. Not too much, not too little.
Have it make a check.
Have to make a check.
Yeah,
See.
I'm gonna have it work. Make a check. Oh no, Orc's making the check.
Oh,
I'm gonna say it's general insight then. At 12. If I were to take into consideration for general works, that kobold down there is awfully friendly. You want a friendly face when you enter your tavern, right?
right.
That's a very friendly face.
Okay. I don't disagree. They do be looking friendly, I guess, as Lindsay just observes. The
If
kobold.
you want somebody who understands a bit of business, maybe go talk to her. Elia seems to know what the fuck they doing half the time. And he points kind of down towards this direction.
This one.
That's about all I got, unless you just want to advertise on the bounty board over there.
Bounty.
Yeah, you can post jobs, you know.
Oh, we can. Oh, wait. I'm not sure if we can, because then it becomes a whole like interview process, and then you have to like hand pick, and then people get sour about not getting picked or whatever.
You don't want to choose who the fuck you're working for?
No, it's not like that.
Who your
It's like,
workers are?
I think
Oh, being
it's
a
too
boss.
much to bear. I think
Maybe don't be a boss
What?
then.
I'm not a boss. I never said I was a
maybe
boss.
don't be a boss then.
I'm not a boss.
What's a bear?
Oh no, not wait. What? No, not an actual bear. And just like, okay.
I'm not talking about an actual bear. You just can't be a boss. That's fair.
I'm saying like too much at once when we don't like. God, how is it? It's not long term. You know what I mean? Am I the only one who thinks I know what I'm talking about? I think so.
Yeah, you lost me.
Help.
I know I look like I'm highly known for my intellect. But I don't believe that this is a criteria that I am expertise in. I run ships. I don't know how to run a tavern.
That's understandable. That's very understandable.
Mm-hmm.
I think you gave us recommendations previously. That's why I came to you, which worked out very well. So I tried my luck again with that.
Oh yeah, my And he seems to turn back to his drink unless further interrupted.
No, Ark wouldn't bother him. Instead, he'd kind of wander up to the bar. Sorry, 1 second.
Lindsay would go down to the kobold as he recommended.
Okay, we'll get to you in the kobold later.
Yeah, I just make way there.
Ark would just kind of walk up to the bartender and wait until they're not busy.
After like 3 minutes of him serving a few more drinks, he kind of turns to you. What can I do you for?
Looking for a friend of mine. Goes by the name Gate.
Gate is in their usual table and position. Look to the right and you'll find her at the farthest corner table.
Understood. Thank you very much. He's going to look over at Hannah and Lindsay. Good luck on your recruitment. I'm going to go give the report.
Hey.
So, while Ark is moving over to there, Hannah, you easily spot your friend there. As
Okay,
she's
seriously,
seemingly-
I would have remembered her name. I just don't have the notes down. Please.
Throw us a bone, DM.
That chick over there, that way.
Throw a bone.
Throw a bone?
Alright.
Throw us a bone.
What
From
do
the
you mean
limited
by
time
that?
we've-
We literally were in a battle with them together. I don't know.
It is true.
It has been a while since we played.
It has been a while.
It has been
I'll
a
give
while.
you-
I don't want to do this otherwise. That's it, really.
Alright.
I'm already just annoyed at myself that I didn't write the name down, and that's literally the only reason I can't use it.
Siashan. You would refer to this one and remember them as Siashan.
Okay, cool. I'll still play up that I don't know how to fucking pronounce it. I'm going to butcher her fucking name.
Fair enough to me. Proceed as you see fit.
Okay, I literally have to go AFK though, because
Oh.
I'm constantly being pestered by my family. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. We'll get to Ark first then.
Alright.
You begin to approach as Gate seems to actually for once be lounging back in the chair. Their glasses kind of on this time as they're kind of just seemingly just not preoccupied for once.
Ark will kind of approach and clear his throat. Hello, boss.
I gotta flick up the glasses and look at you. Kind of give a slight smile. Well. Someone's been bulking up a little bit. Don't look like such beginners anymore.
Yes, we've had some adventures since our last chat.
That's so. So, what you coming to me for?
Mainly to give you an update on what we've learned so far about the vault, and possibly see if you could assist with a small matter.
Assist with a small matter. Alright.
Ark will sit
Well-
down and then proceed to explain the situation about how there was the explosion at the manor, the stolen artifact that we have since deduced to be a key to the vault, and the family which now holds it.
So a noble family has gotten a key to the vault then.
A potential key, yes. Not really sure how we can confirm whether it is one or not. Something tells me the one who built the vault in the first place would have probably made a few phonies. Throw the others off the trail, you know?
Well, there's very few ways to find this vault, if I'm being honest with you. I believe he was a fan of a referred story, like Treasure Planet or something like that, where you can only be found by holding a particular key or device or whatever or not. A magical item, I'd assume. And this is what everyone's kind of been searching for.
Well, it seems somebody has found it, and that somebody is now this noble family.
Noble family. Okay. So which noble family?
Ark would give the name of the noble family. I am out of character blanking at the moment.
I see.
But they discussed the
Ooh.
family's name at length, so Ark, in character, would remember the name.
Growlhund. Growlhund family. This is...
I take it you're familiar with this family?
Yeah, they're very well known for their independent business practices, as well as private research projects.
Yes, we met one of
Name of
their
the family.
business practices members when they tried to make off with the artifact in the first place. Bastard almost killed me with one of his poisoned arrows.
The last thing I heard about them, I believe, was their sign of worship. Although it was never confirmed by me.
Their worship?
Nothing important yet. Although could be depending on what the fuck they're trying to do with us. Either way. Good to know. and Good to figure out. Now comes the question of how to get that item out of their hands.
Indeed. Me and my allies have discussed several options. From covertly trying to steal it back, to openly acting as if we are working in same interests, to then either continue working in same interests or double cross them and take the key back for ourselves.
Ooh. Don't get me wrong. In terms of numbers and power, it could work, but there's just one problem.
They've got more notoriety than we do. They've
Not
got more
just that,
pull
they
than
just
we
have
do.
your ass arrested.
True.
What legal reason would you have to invade their home?
Very true. And to be fair, we kind of crossed that line once already.
Oh, did you now?
Let's just say I wanted a little payback to the bastard who almost killed me.
Okay,
And we'll leave it
so,
at that.
one,
less information
good
on
way
that one.
Good way to actually stay and bring out the noble families, behind is actually, not admitting to self-made crimes.
Of course. As far as anyone is concerned, we were at home all night. Smile.
Yeah, but you just told me.
Well, of course. You're the boss. You're the one who's in charge of our contract. Anything involving us trying to learn about the vault?
My point being, just be careful about how and where you say.
Understood.
With that being
Also,
in measure, then, I don't know if force alone is going to be enough to kind of make it here.
Also
Not
came
without
to see
some
if you
type of
folks-
back factor.
Yes. came to see if perhaps you had some idea to possibly barter or negotiate for the key. As you seem to be a very well-informed individual who seems to have their finger on the pulse of this city quite well.
Bartering won't work.
Okay.
I mean, that'd be kind of literally like bartering for literally a piece of controlling this city. You can't just barter for that. No amount of gold can just earn you power.
Fair.
I do believe the only way, if you're going to use force as a measure, would be to find some type of factor or a noble to back you yourself. Someone else to kind of handle the legal jargon.
Hmm.
Find you opportunities, find you methods.
Mm-hmm.
After all, if it's another noble and making an investigation to a noble and finds reasonable cause, they can still hire adventurers to help deal with them.
Mm.
Very true.
Of course, that's of course if you have any noble connections yourself. Beyond that, though, you are gonna have to use slippery means to get it back otherwise. And fair warning when using slippery means. Be very comfortable doing things you're uncomfortable with.
At this point, I am finding myself getting used to doing things I am not comfortable with. At this point, this is just another tick on the checklist.
Their face goes from visual relaxedness to almost a frown, but then almost a sternness. Don't underestimate just how deprived a noble will get to accomplish their goals. Do not take it with such ease.
Oh, trust me. Do not mistake my tone for ease. At this point, Ark's going to kind of shift his shirt a little to show the mark where the bolt hit him. If they can hire somebody who can do that kind of damage in one arrow, they are not somebody to be taken lightly. I understand this.
You still think force is a measure here?
No.
Oh well. Not my importance to keep an eye on then. Kinda gives a shrug. Okay. You do what you see fit though. Anything else you need?
Not at the moment. Like I said, I wanted to come and give you an update on our progression towards the vault, which currently is stymied because of the key being acquired by another.
I bet. Alright, well, I'll keep it in touch then. Thanks for informing me. I am
Of
gonna
course.
have to make some plans.
Of course. Other than that, hope you're doing well and don't have any other issues to bother you.
Yeah. Okay, I kind of give a smile and a wave, but they do seem to take out some papers starting to write.
Alright. I think
And
that's more or
this
less it for Ark
thing?
with Gate.
Until Sketchy returns, we'll get to you, HD.
Alley-oop.
So I'm back.
Welcome back.
Alright, welcome back. We'll get to you then, Hannah.
Yeah.
Oh shit, where am I?
I don't know. Where did you go?
I was right. I was there.
Where is your token? Hello?
I got deleted by accident. Oh.
I hope not. If it's, I guess I don't know how the fuck that happened. Let me go ahead and just drag you back to where you were then.
Last I saw Hannah was down here by the gate, by the door.
No, I thought they were over here. Yeah, but you do see Sia, just kind of like at the current moment trying to repaint like flower powder patterns on Oryx's shell.
Oh, cute.
honestly, like, purple flowers really kind of fits the aesthetic. Kind of matches the green a little bit. Okay.
Hello.
Oh, hey!
Hey. What was it? Cece? C? I don't.
It goes up
I'm
and
butchering
hugs.
it. I'm butchering it.
She hugs you with sheer excitement in her voice and body.
Oh my gosh, hi. I love what you're doing.
Oh, thank you! What's been going on? Come on, let's go get a drink.
At least one. I'm in a bit of a rush, and I also wanted to ask if you were interested in something.
Ooh, okay.
We're finally making enough where... Do you know the tavern that we're running? We're probably
I know
going to
that you're
get
building
people
it up.
hired. Yeah. We're hiring people. And
Oh,
you mentioned all that stuff about designing a while ago, and I said I'd probably try and keep you in mind. I think it's that day. I think it's that day, darling.
Okay. What's my deadline set?
Well, nothing too crazy right off the bat, but if you want something exciting, we might have important guests later today.
Oh, okay. Ooh. I have an
talking
idea
like-
then.
I'm talking
Okay.
like really fancy or important, like a noble.
Oh, okay. Is this one of those things where you just want me to send you the bill afterwards, sort of thing? Is there like a prepay that you have an amount?
Well, I have a budget.
Okay.
Does that help?
That does help a lot.
Probably at least 80 gold.
Ooh,
Try
that's
and
a lot.
do what we can. With what we got. For kind of rich person, probably. I don't know.
You know what?
I can't really give any details other than that. We just gotta make something fancy real quick. Exciting adventure.
I got you, boo. I got you. I have
Hell yeah.
just the idea. Just gonna go over to him, tug on his arm. He looks over, is like, I'm gonna need you to help lift things later today. You good at that? He seems to take a deep breath and gives a thumbs up as he turns back towards the fucking table. Yay! Let's go get some drinks. Come on.
Yes, at least one.
Just gotta slaps her hand. Give us the Dragon 8 shots! Give us the Dragon 8 shots!
Is Ark face palming discretion at me?
That's an out of character, because, we're trying to not draw attention to what is potentially coming. Come on.
Try a Dragon 8
So
shots!
it's out of character. What? I'm
He's
confused.
Out of character.
Okay, never mind then.
Yeah.
She's being vague about it. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
She's not saying anything. Okay?
She does set down a few gold as he eventually brings out these 2 shots, which seems to have the almost crimson to purple coloring inside of them. Like almost a faded hue from the bottom being crimson to a top purplish color. And it seems to have some sort of smoke coming from the top. Dragon 8 shots! Dragon 8 shots!
Flip.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to die.
3, 2,
Alright.
1. And down, make me a con save.
Oh!
Hold on. I need to check something. I need to check something on your sheet, actually. Hannah,
My
let
drinking
me...
habits do not match my constitution rolls. I'm cooked.
Let me see. Open character sheet. I need to check something about something you have.
That's not good.
Okay, that's specifically for concentration then. Understood. Ooh.
Yeah, it's just for concentration, sadly.
She also fails. You both drink in this very almost warmish liquid. Kind of like in more than room temperature. Kind of like you drank a little bit of hot chocolate, coats and moves down your throat.
Ooh.
And as it kind of starts to settle into the belly, it's at that point when you're kind of looking at her, and when did she become a purple tiefling? Oh, green? Yellow.
Can she look over at Ark?
This is the interesting part. Ark looks like he's covered in glitter. You've noticed almost every person has a different shade or a different sense of them. Some of them looking as if they're from a fucking video game.
No.
Oh, Froggy.
Well, alright, I'm finished my... Anna, are you okay?
We're on a trip now.
Oh, oh my
Okay.
gosh.
Anna?
I think it was so strong. What?
Beatrice
What?
immediately comes up and hugs you.
Oh
Yay.
She hugs her.
Ark's gonna glance at the bartender. Curiosity, what did they just have?
Dragon Age shots.
Would Ark know what that is?
History check.
Make a history check. You're not a big drinker.
No, but it involves dragons, so hopefully.
18. You fucking.
18.
He's traveled with sailors, so...
I think with an 18, you would recognize Dragon Age shots as designed that by dragons for humans, for the idea specifically to see how they react, or at least act funnily, to certain safe variants of drugs.
So hearing the name of that shot...
Specifically, the party drink.
So that's effectively the dragon equivalent of a Long Island iced tea. That's been spiked.
Kinda. It's a drink made by dragons for effectively humans. Just to see
Alright,
how,
well-
funnily enough, they react.
Now the interesting thing is how would Ark react if he took a shot.
Well, we might find out as she's now standing up onto the bar table and is yelling out to the crowd, "Let's get some Dragon Age shots, everybody!"
Well,
I'm
Lindsay,
just
this-
gonna whistle at her and be like, God damn! Purple!
Ark's gonna look over at Hannah and be like, "Oh, you are going to be in for a fun time."
And we'll
And
get
now-
the creative juices flowing, Ark. I've got 80 gold budget.
And so far, it seems people are beginning to gather. Lindsay, let's get to you while people are starting to party.
Oh. Alright. Oh, am I? Hello? Okay, sorry.
Oh,
yeah.
Mic wasn't working. Lindsay and Annabelle just approached this kobold. I believe they look familiar. The name eludes me at the moment, but I guess we'll get to that eventually.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Long time no see.
Hello. Long time no see. How are you?
Good. Good. Say,
Oh, good.
what would you say to be being hired for us for a moment?
Oh, what do you need? You need a hide? You need something stolen? Do you need something surveyed? Do you need something negotiated?
I would like for you to work with us at the tavern, and then we'll just go on from there. I'm pretty sure we got our tasks, but things will happen.
Okay. What kind of work do you need? Do you need like someone to wash tables, or do you need something like a greeter? Someone to serve drinks?
A greeter wouldn't be a bad idea, honestly. I think because we're trying to maintain our upkeep because we have I can't really say much. Important things are happening in the area, so upkeep is top priority. We can only do so much there.
Okay, I suppose that wouldn't be a bad idea for me then.
Yeah.
That could be done.
Would you accept around 8 gold?
How long are we talking here?
Wait, say it again.
For how
How
long
long
are we
of a-
talking here?
How long was it? That memory eludes me now.
Like, how long are you trying to hire them for? Is the question that they're asking.
This, no, I believe the original plan is to just get people working so it will look like a proper business, and it's only for
Okay.
the amount of time that the.
I think this is actually Lindsay's decision of how long they want to hire a worker for.
Yes, because it's for the noble.
It is true.
How long is the noble gonna be there around for?
Y'all never asked, or y'all never found out.
Oh fuck, the same character thing. Okay.
Yeah, y'all have not been informed of that yet, actually.
Shit.
Shit.
Fuck.
Hey, best motivation to finally hire people.
I mean, true.
I'm gonna be ran dry out of 89 gold because you can expect like a regular paycheck.
It's funny how you think.
Oh,
What? Oh, what happened? What?
Tanner, we lost you.
There.
no.
Rip internet.
Spare me!
Back.
Spam!
Speed!
Whoa.
There he is. All right.
There you are.
Marcus, save me.
All right. Fuck it.
So they're like, you want me for like for 8 gold? You want me there for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
I'd say honestly, 2 weeks. Yeah, for 8 gold, 2 weeks.
Okay, I can do that. That works for me.
Lindsay also panicking behind. He's like, I'm not sure how long the nobles can be here, but there's just so much people there already. Then
I'll bet. Alright. Sorry, lady. I want to go out to this job for a little bit. She just gives a smile and a nod. Enjoy your leisure time.
Lindsay bows at the person across, not realizing that she has interrupted. My apologies.
Oh, you're fine. Good to see you're doing well. Tell me though, how is your friends back at your tavern?
They're well?
I see. Is Tyrone doing okay?
Yes, I believe so.
Alright.
I assume you know
That's
them.
all I'm asking. Someone.
Fair enough. Rest assured,
Given on.
they're being taken care of. Yeah, they're pretty comfy there.
Will this event at your tavern be private?
No, not necessarily.
Okay. I think I should pay a stop then sometime soon as well.
By all means, yeah, sure.
She gives a nod and smile, and carries back, shuffling her cards.
I want to emphasize internally, Lindsay's like, oh shit, oh fuck, oh shit, fuck. Then she's just like, because you don't want to be rude to this person, because it's a tavern. The word tavern carries, oh, it's this place to hang out. She couldn't say no, but she shouldn't have said yes.
Yeah, no, it's one of those moments.
Yeah, it's one of those moments. And then I
Yep,
think
one of those moments.
it's around, if I'm getting the timeline correct, it's around this time where she starts to see the commotion go down.
Yeah, no, you're seeing people call out, Dragon Age shots! Dragon Age shots! Dragon Age shots!
Anna looks fucking high.
Annabelle? What's going on?
Okay.
Is it? I don't want to fight. Is it one of us? Please don't tell me it's one of us associated with it loud. Like Lindsay
And
just
so
turned.
you proceed forward?
Yeah, she looks
Oh,
at this
boy.
general action and she's like, oh no.
You see effectively as she's hopping off the table, she's just hugging onto Hannah, attempting to just fucking drink like another shot.
Hannah would give her a high five.
Oh, oh my
You're
god.
so sparkly. What happened?
Meanwhile, Art's just kind of smirking. Oh, you two are going to be having a fun time for the next little while.
What are
What do you
you?
mean?
Oh, a little while. The thing about these shots is that they're done. And almost but barely maybe 8 to 9 minutes after taking it, the effects seem to be actually kind of like what happens with the roller coaster. You go down really fast, but the ride also ends somewhat fast.
Hannah just like shakes her head and she's blinking. What? What the fuck?
That'll do it.
Ooh.
What?
Welcome to the Dragon Age shot.
I thought I saw a new color. I've never seen that color before.
To
What?
explain,
What?
that is a brew that is often crafted by dragons to see how lesser races handle dragon level spirits.
Are you drinking
You just
prototype
basically drank.
alcohol?
To put it simply, you just basically drank the dragon equivalent to a dwarven strong stout,
Oh my gosh, Dragon
God.
Zaza.
laced with a couple of hallucinogenics.
The dragon Zaza.
Yeah, I thought it was a fun little way to celebrate.
That drink got me seeing differently. You know, like a claymation. What? When the Earth people get the clay, and they make the little dancing figures in the swamp.
Did you like it?
Yes.
Hmm.
It's actually been a while since I had one of those myself.
Chad, what'd you do
It's been
to
a while since I
Hannah?
had one.
That gave me some ideas for designs.
Oh my
We
god.
should go and get the resources.
Yes, you should. She immediately walks on the table
There
and
was
just hops on
something,
this guy's
Like
shoulder.
Hannah will like
You
grab her on the shoulder and point at Ark and say, "There was something like he looks so sparkly, and I didn't remember the colors, but I imagine that on a curtain."
Lindsay just looks at Annabelle and just
Glitter curtains.
Yes.
is
Okay,
concerned.
alright, adding that to the list. And she kind of just hops on this guy's shoulder, kind of gives him a couple of pats to the chest, and he gets up. You wanna ride?
I'll catch up with you all. You go ahead. Ark's actually just gonna sidle up to the bar and go, you know what? I'll take one of those shots.
Alright. That'll be 4 gold.
He'll slide the gold across.
Picks it up, and he hands you a dragon shot.
It's not
Said
becoming
4?
it today.
Yep, 4 gold.
Alright.
Please don't be coming in today. Please
Making
don't
sure
be
I've got the
coming in
right. Alright, and what am I rolling? Constitution save?
Correct.
Ark's just gonna kind of look around and just raise the shot. Cheers!
Well, it goes in for a split second. You see everything kind of move morph, but unfortunately, your draconic heritage kind of pushes it back, recognizing, oh, okay, this ain't really much for you. You're gonna need more than that to actually get you there. A bit disappointing, really.
Shame. I was feeling it for a second there, but... oh well.
Hmm, shame. Maybe I'll increase the dosage next time. But,
Perhaps.
yeah.
Alright.
Lindsay,
well,
you're seeing all this go down.
Looks looking completely fine. Even though those two were just in La La Land for about 10 minutes.
Sia, or otherwise now lovingly named Cece, looks over at Lindsay. So, you want?
Huh? What?
You want a Dragon Age shot?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
God,
Hannah, you want to ride?
What? Oh,
Kind of
yes.
pats on the other guy's
Okay.
shoulder.
Are you ready to go shopping?
Okay, you both hop up on his shoulders. He kind of gets up, looks over at Lindsay.
Lindsay looks back in absolute disbelief and just puts her hands up. I don't fucking know.
I wanted to go with them, Anna kind of asks to Lindsay.
We can split the effort. Tell me if you need gold. I'm gonna get decorations.
Okay, I was gonna go get food and things.
Tell me, do you have enough
You-
gold?
Huh?
Do you have enough gold?
Hannah, you go and have fun. Lindsay, I'll tag along with you.
Okay,
No,
This
Give
is
him
serious
skate to the reports.
business, mister. We're getting decorations.
I
Of
have,
course. Yep.
sweetie, I have 80 and a silver. I'm fine. Do not worry about me. Just please be careful.
Understood. Of course.
Okay? Because you, I can't tell if you are inebriated anymore. Honestly, this whole situation was confusing.
My head hurts.
Oh, please take care of her, please.
Anna kind of looks over at Lindsay. So, are we going directly to the food market then?
Yeah, we are. Hopefully it's open.
I believe I was told of this language. Would you also like uppies?
It catches her so off guard that she's like, sure, because at this point, anything can fucking happen.
She picks you up, kind of bridal style, and starts to walk you up.
This is my life now. Pure and utter
Me-
random confusion.
Meanwhile, Ark's just walking behind, just trying to stifle himself.
And you all leave as you, like, at the end, just hear an orc and say, I see everything.
Oh dear.
Also, what
He's
the
going to have a fun time.
why the fuck do we just have a man? a whole Uber.
He is her walking Uber, to be fair.
Holy fuck. This cannot be happening right now.
You don't know what relationship or what deal they have for him to be so calm with her just vibing on him. But it's working. Whatever it is.
Whatever it is, it's
Hell
working.
yeah.
With that, I'm assuming you'll head into Troll Skull Alley's market.
Yes.
Okay.
More than likely, yeah. At least me and Lindsay.
Okay, let me move y'all accordingly then. I'm gonna leave everything as it is, because it's kind of like that anyways. In an interesting way. Let me see where you all are at, if you're even on this fucking page anymore. Oh, you're in the meeting room, okay. I'll just have y'all coming from the north entrance, since there's multiple ways to actually get to the differing entrances. And I'm just gonna leave the rest of you to be. You can use the regular person's token. To just kind of watch if y'all want, yeah. And in which case I'll grab See a Shan.
Why is Ark dying?
Can you also... I was gonna say, can you remove the near-death mark off of me?
Nah, it's gonna be there anyway.
You fucking
Thank you.
inadvertent drunk bastard.
So you all
Hey.
kind of start to travel down.
I was gonna say, Ark only got minorly buzzed for like 5 seconds to that shot.
Close enough. Sorry.
So, you know that there is usually 2 places where you can actually purchase a decent assortment of foods. That is moving towards the southern end, or moving towards the back alley quick tent, which is kind of like the difference between like buying like home garden products being the southern entrance shops, and buying like food stand stuff being this little alleyway. So either way, you'll have to head down to get to the shops. Wow,
Lunch is to be
this
a
place
different-
really got packed up. Everyone kind of gaudy up in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to deal with the reason that Hannah invited you to come with us, actually.
Yeah,
Oh?
decorating for a big note.
Oh, we're having a full party. You got guards and everything. You really went up to the world.
Maybe. But
Uh,
we're making it a little bit of surprise, so we can be on down low.
yeah.
Indeed.
I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Is it me? Well, actually, no. I need to do perception. Can I do a perception check?
Sure.
Yeah, she's gonna see if the guards have doubled since they left.
Go ahead and make a perception check. A lot of guards is the only thing your mind ponders to. It's hard to tell whether or not it's more or less. It's just a lot of them.
Yeah.
Right.
They're out today. Jesus.
Alright. Alright, well, if I'm not mistaken, the food market is down this way, so...
Okay,
Not
well,
too
y'all
sure
are
what
going to
you
go
do-
chop up at the food. We're gonna go, I believe
We've
it's,
got- Yeah.
yeah. Which
What other
one
places
is
around
it?
here? Because Hannah would point out the garden place for like flowers, possibly.
The garden place, from what you remember, actually, was pretty much. Let me take a look and open back up the note. Oh, not the button I wanted to press. Oh, I have
Lee Taylor's dead.
it died. It opened my bookmarks.
Rest in peace.
Rip. From what you could see, actually, you do point out the greenhouse. And upon, like, the greenhouse being, like, around these areas and such. The greenhouse being here. You point out the greenhouse, and I'd say you start getting around to right here. You see more things. Looking down for you, Ark and Lindsay, you see down here being kind of like the concession and food stands where people would gather up and like kind of look into like the whole stand food style.
Mm.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
How
So,
do you think
if we
it's to
could-
get a griffin?
The curtain?
A griffin, the birdies, the birdie
Oh, yeah, the
lion.
griffins. Yeah, those are kind of cool.
Oh yes, the guards' mounts. Beautiful creatures, but also very intimidating.
Very true.
I wonder what their flight regulations are like.
Regular what?
What?
Flying in where I come from, flying in certain airspaces is illegal and can get you shot down immediately.
What's
Well,
that?
considering they are the city Considering they're the city guard, Lindsay, I think they kind of make the rules on where they can and cannot fly.
So that's the problem. It's to more or less avoid impending terrorism if unknown flyers are in the area, and then an alert is pulled out, and everyone just scrambles, panics, and all that jazz. So you have to confirm that you're going to be landing in that area.
It's down here this way. Y'all have a good time.
Have a good one.
We'll meet up back at the manor.
Uh-huh. So, y'all kind of go, like, towards the south, near actually where this ward building here is, actually. As you noticed, I believe, let me say the name. You find Hall's Vanders of Styles, which seems to be a lot of more like rhythmatic, different types of leathers, ribbons, and things of that adornment. Different colorizations of them, and more than likely a place where a lot of fabrics and materials are compiled here for a quick purchase. Most of it, as you can tell, be home knit.
Ooh.
All natural. I like it. Picasso.
I like it, Picasso.
Picasso?
And she does seem to enter into the building. We'll get to Ark and Lindsay's trip for food first.
Mm-hmm.
So you're seeing a lot of these different aisles of like the more or less the back alley concession stands for foods, where people are like cooking a lot of honestly like chocolate different stylizations of fish and different octopus-like creatures.
Okay. Do we see any shops or stalls that seem to be selling like just like raw materials, like fresh veg, raw meats, seafood, that sort of thing?
Make a perception check.
I'll do it too.
And watch, this is where I'm gonna fucking bomb.
You fucking.
Nope.
Whoa. Nice.
Okay, I don't know how I got the horseshoe, but goddamn.
What
So-
the fuck?
Alright, to be +4. With that though, you don't necessarily find a lot of the good different assortments of like what would consider to be like pickup foods, like a Kroger's. You do find that a lot of this is just a lot of alleyway food. This is kind of like the fast food in a weird, like a fast food lots of Troll Skull Alley, where they're quick meals, made to give you the quick meal experiences. Good meals, mind you, really good meals. Like if you see like different countries like stand foods, it's fucking good. Some of the best.
South Korean corn dogs.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. The Japanese ramen stands. An actual ramen stand.
I'm gonna die.
You're finding that here. But you're not finding
Okay.
a lot of like homegrown stuff. However, there are people who may actually be able to refer to suppliers depending on who you ask.
All right, well, shall we go see what we can find here, Lindsay? I'm
Yeah.
sure we could probably find something we can bring back,
It smells so good over here.
either
Jesus.
pre-made or yeah.
Also, we need to.
Honestly, it does smell pretty good.
If we come across any weapon
Yep.
shops whilst just browsing around, then we need to pick up a club or a long staff.
Right. Zoran, I heard him say wanting a club or a quarter staff.
Quarter staff, not long staff. I'm gonna say. Well, he said
Yep.
pole arm too.
All right.
Anyways. Lindsay spots them.
You do indeed spot Embrick, who seemed to be sitting down at what apparently is this what ran by what appeared to be a full orc. He's kind of watching these different assortments of meats and churns into this pot and kind of stirring it. It has a savory, not soup, but almost like a chili sort of smell wafting from it. And it seems to be handing a bowl of something to Embrick, who sits down and begins to eat.
Wait a minute, isn't that the Fire Genasi blacksmith?
You'd be correct.
Ark's gonna glance over and be like, I think I will stay back here for this one, Lindsay. Remembering the less than ideal greeting they got last time. You seem to be on a bit more friendlier terms with him, so I think I will stay back here.
Okay. Well, actually, let's switch to the rolls up. See if we can gather food. I'll see if we can get the weapons, and then also grab whatever I can on the way out. Because he is a blacksmith.
Yes.
Yeah. Lindsay approaches.
Ark will start just kind of wandering around, seeing what different vendors there are, and trying to decide if any of them would be Good selections.
Okay. While you are at that, Lindsay, you're already kind of there. We'll get to you first.
Lindsay would approach with a smile on her face and a kind wave.
As Embrick seems to be smiling, actually kind of chatty up with the orc themselves. They kind of turn to you, take a second to pause, and their entire demeanor seemed to be much more guarded, almost stern. As they finish their bite and kind of turns towards you. Yeah, what do you need?
Hi, it's good to see you again. Believe it or not, we were just in town to get some food for our tavern. I'm surprised to see her.
You're surprised to see me here in Trollskull Alley.
Well, you know, like the fate of convenience, or not inconvenience, with a coincidence. Lack of better words. Sorry. We're also looking for food. We have things planned. But arguably, I also would like to ask you something if you don't mind.
All right.
What do you have in the way of quarterstaffs or clubs?
Let me think for a second, gauging. Guess I would give them a check, actually. I'll negative general intelligence. Okay. I still have 3 quarterstaffs and shake, but in terms of clubs, I only have about 1 of them ready to be sold.
Oh, did somebody already buy it?
No, it's just.
Oh.
I just haven't had it sold in a bit.
Fair. What would you price that? If you don't want me asking. I just realized, what
He
the hell?
seems to be taking a heavy second, gauging something, before effectively just like taking a sigh and looking at you. I wouldn't say in a way of like sternness, but more in the way of like ready to bargaining in a way, and kind of like how you would face someone, as if it's more transactional than kind of rather than light. In certain of this. For the club in question, I'm assuming by club you mean a weapon, correct?
Yeah.
Right. Great club or standard club? One's
Standard.
2 hands, one's 1 hand.
I believe a one-handed one.
Okay. Two silver pieces.
What's the exchange rate for gold to silver again?
It's over 1 gold.
Sorry, say again?
10 silver for 1 gold.
10 silver. Can you make are you able to make change for like 1 gold?
I can occupy as he holds out 8 silver.
Okay. Then Lindsay hands him the gold.
Good. Alright. Stop by my shop in about, I'd say, an hour, and I'll go there.
Alright. Oh, what was the price for the quarterstaff?
The quarterstaff?
Yeah.
It would have been 4 silver.
Oh, so what I give you would cover everything then.
Technically.
Alright. Yeah,
You
well,
wanting the quarterstaff and the club, or just a club?
Both. By request of one of my friends.
Okay. He gives a nod, and I handed you back 8, so you're gonna have to hand me 4.
She hands him 4.
Okay. With that, he walks back inside, and the orc that raises an eyebrow and looks at you. I don't know what you did to get on Embrick's side.
Spicy conversation.
For him to overcharge. But Good luck, whatever it is.
Thanks. Lindsay, now downtrodden, finding out that she was overcharged, but at the same time, not really willing to start trouble.
So, what are you down here for? You're looking for food?
Yeah, actually, we ran into Embrick there by pure coincidence. We actually came here to get some food supplies for home.
Well, that's the case. You don't look like bad people. Turn right on the south entrance. You'll find a lineup there of small run-home businesses, mostly homegrowns. You'll find some good stuff there.
Okay. Where is he pointing?
If you carry along down here and you go down, you then take a right. On the map, where we're facing would be a left.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
They here,
Yeah,
and then like here.
Yeah. Correct. You'd be right.
Yep.
Alright, y'all head on down that way, I'd assume, and you do see a lineup of there's a different segments of like small tents that seem to have filled ins with fruits, some vegetables, so a lot of them seemingly very fresh and actually well tended to, and a plethora of different butchers, all serving different varied amounts of types of meat, some of which you've not seen before, and most of it being fish and cut up different assortments of pig. No cows, however. A lot of people seem to be having their vegetables and different assortments of fruits, however, going on a very heavy sale, so you'll actually have an easier time getting that.
Seems like we have a massive lack of beef. I guess we'll make do.
Unfortunate, but you know, fish, fowl, and pork can be just as good
Yeah.
as long as we pair them the right way. Let's go see what we can find in the way of perhaps some good fish. Art's going to look around for one of the fish stalls.
You approach what is to be actually this assortment of a mix between humans and a jacked up tiefling. This jacked up tiefling man kind of like approaches. What seemed to be a lovely, like blondish, colored haired female who seems to be kind of kissing his cheek a little bit and kind of smiling, but seems to be frowning. I'm telling you, I kind of miss when we just made oranges and different orange, like, fruits and cocktails. I'm telling you, the growing business just isn't working for anyone anymore. Everyone's buying up the lands. Moving to fish and meats is going to be easier in the long run anyways. It was bound to happen. What can I do for you, miss?
Hello.
Good day, sir. Good day, sir. Looking to buy some provisions. What would you recommend from your ears here?
Well, we do have a different assortment. We have swordfish, we have codfish, we have rankfish, we have colored delfish. We have a full
Rankfish?
assortment of different fish as well. Is there anyone in particular you're looking for?
Preferably the fresher the better.
Yeah, honestly.
You want the rough swordfish and tuna then? And mayhaps a spring line of eel or two?
Eel. I don't
Swordfish
know.
and tuna do definitely strike my fancy. A lot can be done with those fish.
True, they are massive.
What are you charging for those?
Well, let me check here. From what I can estimate as a general amount, let me open this up. Grains, no, there it is. That would be, for swordfish, it'll be 8 silver. For the tuna, it'll be 6 silver. And for the two plethora of eels, it'll be 12 silver.
Yeah, I got the change.
So, hang on, 12 silver. So, sorry, you said 12 silver, 8 silver, and 7?
For the entire fish lot, which I could bargain for. I could make a little bit of a deal. How about that? I'll cut in a little bit and say we save you a few silver and just call it 23 silver even. 2 gold and 3 silver, by the way, if you're trying to exchange the currency.
Arkle reached into his pouch and put 2 gold and 3 silver down. Yeah, my friend, have a deal.
Anything else you would want? We do also sell baskets of fish, in which case that lasts for much longer, weeks amounts at least.
Ooh, weeks.
That might not be a bad idea. Get some provisions for the longer term.
I agree.
How much for one of those?
They're not as high esteemed as a sword or the tuna would be, so I'd say just around a good 8 silver.
Alright. He'll hand over 8 silver.
Oh, thank you very much. And there you are.
Right, thank you.
Thank you.
Arkle will start carrying the fish. Alright. You wouldn't happen to recommend any of the good stalls for some fresh veggie, would you? Something that would pair well with this swordfish and tuna?
A dandy over there would be wonderful for that. He's going very well with the old grains and actual different assessments of vegetables today. Admittedly, it's a damn shame, though. You might want to start buying out now while you can.
Yes, we heard you saying earlier, farmlands are all being bought up. Unfortunately, it's a tale being told across the city.
So our own business will be done. We won't be able to do any homegrowns anymore. Everybody will be exporting from other cities. Damn shame, if you ask me. Being self-sustainable is one of the good parts about Waterdeep.
Agreed.
Now.
There has to be something that can be done, but...
Not unless you're noble with the gods, but unfortunately, they're just but the people. We follow the winds of the trade, we don't control them.
Very true, very true. But
Very
who knows? The winds of trade are very tricky.
Well, don't let me keep you though. Go ahead.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And Arkle'll start moving towards...
You are drawn towards this dandy being this almost seemingly like shaven dwarven man next to yeah, no, a shaven dwarf who seems to be actually with a gnome family at the moment. A bunch of different gnome kids as well as a young gnome teenager estimating and talking with them. About maybe 4 kids in total, and maybe like 2 other gnomes as you can see, as he's just kind of rounding them up and trying to get them all to work. And he kind of looks over. Oh, hi. Something I could do you for.
Good day, my fine friend. Looking to purchase some vegetables. Something that you could recommend? Pairs well with swordfish or tuna?
Oh, ooh. There's some good estimated fruits that are well known for that. A bit of lime with orange, maybe a bit of lemon on with a good cocktail for that if you actually got so many soy. I would say if you want the bushel of the fruits, right now they're charging for about 4 copper.
Only 4 copper, that's...
Oh, they only last about a week in times, so...
Anything for longer?
Longer lasting vegetables, but not for fruits, really.
Fair enough. Yeah, fruits well easily.
Yeah. Alright, well, sure, we'll take a bushel of the fruits. And what fresh veggies do you have?
Of course. Also, recommend storing the fruits and salts. It's a bit of a trick, lasts an extra week. But if you're asking for me in terms of this, we got cabbage, broccoli, amaranths, legumes, roots as well. The in-season fruits tend to sell the best, though.
Of course.
Something wrong there, lass?
Out of character, legumes. I haven't heard anyone say legumes unironically.
You can just say beans and seeds, no legumes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Sorry.
Ark
Go
would
on,
just kind of
continue.
glance around and pick a small assortment of various veggies.
Okay. Overall, I'd say if you're, how many weeks worth are you buying? That's kind of the general gist. Is the factor of like how many weeks worth of the food are you buying?
Let's say about 2 weeks worth.
Okay. He'll say, okay. There's even 6 copper.
Ark would hand over the 6 copper. There you are, my friend.
All right. Yes. Carry on well as you can, lads.
Thank you.
Of course. Lindsay, if you could carry the veggies for me, please. I've got the fish.
I'm just gonna carry these home because get things set up and also out of here.
A moment they are piled into Lindsay's arms. Annabelle just takes them up and carries them.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. All right. Let's head back to the manor and get
It's time.
all this squared away.
It's time for the shopping spree that is about to be these two over here.
I'm
Yep. So let's just say
It's so over.
out of character. So let's just say out of character. Ark and Lindsay make their way back to the manor and start putting away the produce.
yeah.
Easy enough for me.
I'm gonna end things on my side here. And
Alright.
get to that point.
So you kind of approach ahead with Sia, and she kind of looks at the shop. Okay, so how many ribbons? Are we going to custom make the curtains, or do you want pre-bought curtains?
We could probably go with pre-bought. We're kind of like challenging ourselves here, but
Ooh, okay. All right. Okay. What sort of style are we going? Are you wanting a bit more of a gothic aesthetic? Are you wanting like?
That'll be it for stream. Have yourselves a good night. It was all kinds of fun today. Yeah, have a good one. Bye bye. Take care.